Hello viewers, MikeMoneyGMR here and welcome back to Let's Play Dark 2. Let's move on into the boss area, shall we? Remember, the boss fight doesn't start immediately. But we do need to make sure the proper weapons are equipped. And the camera is equipped.
What do you think these are?
Are you gonna touch it? Ew, don't do that.
I love that part so much. Are you gonna touch it? Ew, don't do that.
It's fine, I'm sure.
These petals are huge. Actually, they're kind of gross.
Look!
Legendary creature, rainbow butterfly.
That's the rainbow butterfly.
It's coming!
Out of the blue? What'd we ever do?
Alright, so the rainbow butterfly is a very, very interesting monster. Unlike before, where you've been able to like just rush in and like kill a lot of these enemies real quick, this one has something special about it. Most of the time, you're not going to be able to hurt it. In fact, you have to first kind of weaken it to like get it down so that you can actually do damage to it. The problem is, to do that you have to find these certain things to activate. But the whole time you just got to keep moving, because if you don't, well, you're going to get hit by certain really powerful attacks that totally blow. So make sure to get moving immediately. The butterflies separated into 7 butterflies. Now we can get them one by one. Now here's something interesting though. If you try to run up to these butterflies, they will do damage to you. Sadly, I guess I can show you what I'm talking about. Butterflies are sensitive to sound and move. If you don't sneak up quietly, they'll escape. You have to defeat them in a certain order. Think about rainbows. See like how you take damage if you shoot them out of order and all that? Got it. So, you can actually do a lot more damage to the rainbow butterfly if you, damage it by concentrating on like the damage output. But since we got that already, we don't have to worry about anything else. But I guess you can actually kill it in any way that you want. I mean, this is probably the first enemy that you can actually probably fight without the ride pod. I'm not saying that you want to, but you can. We want to do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So where is the red one? So yeah, it's definitely not working. No, I don't mean that person. So I didn't even shoot him from further away.
Piece of cake! Let me at him.
He's not saying what I think he's going to say. Can't find the red one.
There's a ton of them!
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
There's a ton of them! There's a ton of them!
So red, orange.
Piece of cake!
It's actually yellow, isn't it?
There's a ton of them!
Now, I think if you do have the, legs, I think that makes it harder to do this. I
Hit
think
him
you
with
also
the
need the tread.
supersonic wave cannon! Oh yeah, we don't have one of those.
There, I almost talked over it. I want to make sure I turn up the audio there.
Hit him
So
with
that
the supersonic wave cannon! Oh yeah, we don't have one of those.
looks like
Hit him with the supersonic wave cannon! Oh yeah, we don't have one of those.
then purple. There you go.
So you're the ones that stopped me. Thank you.
Well, that's a strange turn of events, isn't it?
Are you the one that they call Holly? That's right. Holly is the name I went by as a human living among the little folk.
Oh.
So that means your real form is the rainbow butterfly? Why did you appear to the Furbits in human form? Well, you see, I wanted to thank them. Thank them for what? Originally, I too was a tiny butterfly. Once, when I still wasn't used to flying through the forest, I got caught in a huge spider web. I couldn't get out of the web no matter how much I struggled, so I just took a deep breath and resigned myself to my fate.
Damn, that would suck, wouldn't it?
Just at that moment, some Furbit folks came by and released me from the web. I was free. I flapped my wings with all my might and returned to the sky. They were waving as I flew off. They had saved my life, you see.
Whoever did the voice acting for this person is awesome.
My 7 saviors. The years passed. I grew and matured as a rainbow butterfly. As a monster too, I found myself with plenty of magic powers. I used my powers of transformation to assume human form and approach them. I had wanted to give them something as a sign of my gratitude. But while I was living among them, I realized that the time I spent with them was more precious than anything. Before I knew it, I found myself wanting to spend the rest of my life as a human.
Then why'd you disappear? The Furbits really miss you.
Oh, that. There was sort of, an accident. A great, dark force from somewhere began to affect me.
Sound familiar?
I was a monster after all. And so this force awakened the powers of my original self buried deep within. I came to realize that I could never suppress the dark stirrings in my heart. There was nothing I could do but quietly leave their company. I've been hiding out in these woods, doing all I can to gain control of myself again. But the dark force got the best of me, and I was just a mindless monster when I attacked you.
So that's what happened, huh?
So you might be thinking, that boss fight was just as sad as the rest of them. Yeah, sadly that is the case. Although you can technically do this fight without the right bot, it's a lot harder. And you see, the funny thing is, we almost found it impossible to do it without it. That's why I wanted to show it off for a little bit, just to show what happens if you try. So I don't know if they just forgot to program in the fact that the Ripod would make tons more noise than the gun itself that you were using, but yeah, that's what it did.
I can't go back to my old friends anymore. Would you please give them this letter?
Damn, how would a butterfly be able to write a letter?
Okay, I'll be sure to give it to them.
Oops, I dropped it. Oh, come on, was that necessary?
Perhaps the dark force that controlled me is what you'll be fighting from here on. It's an incredibly fearsome power. You must not lose against it. Please, win back our world. Well, I should be on my way. Goodbye.
Those red eyes are awesome. Just saying.
Let's try to get to Jurak.
Okay.
And we're down here again, with no way ever to get back up there. And, once again, if you did not get... Hold on. This picture, you'd be screwed. Don't worry, that's the only scoop you have to take from that, so you'll be okay otherwise. Delete the useless photos, of course. Let's put that into our invention book, just so we don't accidentally delete it. And let's see. Can't help but feel like I forgot something else. Not like a picture, but just like something I was gonna say to you guys after that. So, like, you do find yourself being like, oh, that's kind of sad, you know, like she became a human with her powers, and she was like, I wanted to stay that way, but then something came and took over me, you know, like a dark power, and I don't know what it was. but it just feels like something part of my monster nature is what she blamed it on. But it's kind of hard to feel that way. Like, you're like, there must be something else. Well, I can't say yes or no to that, but I can say this, that the scene that's about to come up is just kind of interesting. Change in the future, but I want to take care of this first. Probably gonna regret putting this fence here. Oh, they're not actually here. I thought they would be inside the house, but I guess not. Maybe do just give it to the guy at the one thing later. Oh well. Let's take care of the future thing first. I guess. This time I will skip it since that is skippable. So it doesn't do anything anyway.
About him.
Griffin does not exist in our time. He shows up just a little in the memories of our distant ancestors. Seems he likes flowers.
Huh? Flowers?
That's what I remember anyway. I don't quite know the details.
So basically what he told us was useless information. Just that this Griffin guy likes flowers.
But Griffin was around in ancient times.
Just kidding.
He is sending some strong otherworldly powers into the present. He's controlling a lot of things.
So Griffin is controlling the monsters in this era from ancient times. Which means his world is that of the distant past.
That's right. So Jurak, how far back in the past is Griffin?
I'm not really sure. You might want to ask Crest for the details.
Crest?
Crest, the great sage, the greatest and wisest sage of all in my era. With the moon crystal, he can use vast astrological powers. He can see everything that happens in the world.
That sounds familiar too.
Well, let's go and see him.
Yes, good idea, but it's not that easy.
Aw, why so sad?
Huh?
Crest's origin point has been erased too.
That's not a problem. We have the Carpenterian, right? Let's just revive Crest's origin point as well.
Yes, exactly. Crest's origin point is the holy ground of Balance Valley.
I hate this place.
In the future, a great temple will be built there. That's where all the sages will gather.
Okay, let me correct myself real quick. I don't hate it in the way of like where the dungeon is, because the dungeon for it is pretty awesome. But I hate it in the sense that getting around the place blows. I'll just say that.
So that's where Crest will be. Let's get going.
You get a nice little cinematic view of that place.
Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Holly.
Oh, so cute.
I'm sorry to have left you so suddenly, but I have reasons that prevent me from staying with all of you. You might already have an idea of what those reasons are. But for me, the time we spent together was truly wonderful.
Holly!
Farewell, everyone. Stay happy and healthy. You will always be my one and only family.
Oh, come on, you big babies.
Holly, how could you? How foolish of you. Human or butterfly, it doesn't matter. Holly's just Holly to us.
Doofus, she's looking out for your safety, not like you're running away because of who she is. God.
You knew?
Of course I knew. I could tell she wasn't human just by her scent. But if Holly chose to approach us as a human, that was perfectly fine too. We don't care so much for outer appearances anyway.
Sure.
By the way, Monica,
What?
we want to go with you two on your journey. What do you think?
Nah.
Really? You want to? Of course. With your help, we'll be able to put the world back to normal in no time.
And so, our adventures in the forest came to an end. Holly, the mysterious woman who got lost in the forest, wasn't you, Mother. But for some reason, I wasn't surprised. I always felt you'd be at the end of this journey. Just about then, Borneo and the others finished clearing the rock from the tracks so the train could move on again.
Sure.
We set our sights on Balance Valley.
They had so much freaking time. But no. Alright, so the only thing left really to do is I'm gonna go ahead and stop the episode so I can do a quick check to make sure that I haven't missed anything. And if I did, I'm gonna write it down and tell you what all I have missed so that you can go back and get it if you're playing along with me. Which, if you have been waiting for me to play this, bless you. But if you got the game and then you wanted to wait till I finished the entire Let's Play, gosh, you poor soul, you're gonna be waiting a while. This game is actually remarkably long, despite how much progress we've made so far. Especially since in this next area, and the one following it, and the one following it as well, those three areas can be the longest part of this Let's Play. For damn sure. Just saying. But I'm going to go ahead and take a break to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. So when I return, I will have probably done some leveling up as well, because I need to do that to get it out of the way and also grind up some diorama parts. So yeah, I'll be right back. Till then, everyone. Bye.